Woo. I like this guy right here, y'all. I like him. He says, make sense to me, you people who are sitting on the government's titty. What? It makes sense to me. He said that you gotta work. It makes sense to me that you gotta work.
Oh no!
Oh, they about to get mad now, y'all. Hello, everyone. Thank you for stopping by to see me today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all. I'm about to play one of my favorite guys. He's funny, he's witty. He don't care what he says, pretty much like me. Maybe that's why I like him so much. We're talking about Senator John Kennedy. Y'all know him. Y'all know him. No, he's not related to the Kennedys. No, he's not. Well, at least I don't think he is. Let me tell you something. When people speak the truth, people get mad. They think something wrong with you. They think you crazy. You don't know no better. This man and some of you guys are sick and tired of the people sitting on the system, wasting the taxpayers' money through fraud. And some of y'all, like I said before, haven't worked in years. And some of y'all have never worked. And it makes you wonder, why did they let this go on for so long? They tried some years ago to try to implement work requirements, but for some damn reason, it didn't work. And I know it didn't work because I know some people still sitting on the system and not working. And y'all may know some people too. Okay? Is it because, they have so many children, the women do, that they know they can't pay for child care? Who's going to watch all them badass kids? Is that the reason? Somebody got 5, 6 kids? There's no way. I don't even think, like we have Georgia Peach here. I don't even think Georgia Peach would pay for them many kids at a daycare, child care. Can you imagine how much money that is? Do y'all know how much child care costs? There's no way. There is no way. Just eating up the dollars. That's why we ain't got no money. I keep telling y'all that, but y'all act like you don't believe it. Some of y'all. Okay. Robbing Peter to pay Paul. Say it with me. Robbing Peter to pay Paul. Because Paul won't get up off his ass and try to do nothing better for him and his family. Paul just rely on the taxpayers. People sick and tired of it, y'all. They tired. Pretty soon it just might be a whole lot of homeless people, a whole lot of y'all. Okay? Like I said, they sucking the government dry. Sucking on that government titty. Sucking. All right, let me get ready to play this video. A lot of y'all gonna get mad, but leave my man alone. Leave him alone. Okay? He ain't lying. Oh, Lord, here comes the police car. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. Get him. Get him. Go get him. Get him. If they doing wrong, go get him. All right. All right, first, let me thank you for the PayPal, the Cash App to buy me a coffee, and thank you for the super thanks. And thank you for watching the whole entire video. I appreciate that. I really do. All right? And thank you for buying the Avon. The Avon. I love this stuff right here. Soft and Sensual Gel Body Oil. I like this one. It smells so good. Thank you. Go on over there and find something you just like, okay? When campaign 17 ends August the 25th. All right? And go on over there to Hush Oils. Go on over there and buy you some long-lasting perfume. Buy it for yourself, buy it for your friend, buy it for your mama, buy it for your sister, buy it for your husband, buy it for anybody you want to. Okay? And I also have some herbal salve. You can put that stuff on burns, mosquito bites, itching, just, it's wonderful. And it also smells good, believe it or not. Okay. All right, moving right along. Here we go. He said, you got to work, honey child. You got to work. We sick of y'all.
We're going to give you food stamps. We don't want you to be hungry. But in return for those food stamps, if you're able-bodied, if you're not disabled, and you don't have kids at home, you got to go get a job. You got to work 20 hours a week, or go to school for 20 hours a week, or do community service for 20 hours a week.
What's wrong with that, y'all? What's wrong with what he said? Put it on down in the comment section. Is that too hard? Is that too stern? Is it? Does it mean, is he also talking about the women with all the children? If he's not, they're going to keep producing more children. Y'all know that? Just so they can sit at home and collect welfare, food stamps, Section 8, Medicaid. Y'all know it. Y'all know it.
Fair trade. We said we don't want to take food stamps away from people who need them. We want fewer people to need food stamps.
Right.
And it's working. In those states that have implemented the work requirement, we have 4 million people who have either decided they don't need food stamps because they didn't want to work.
Wow. Don't want food stamps because I don't want to work. What are you going to do? Something? How you going to eat? How are you going to eat now? That let us know then that you could survive without the food stamps. If you quit, don't want to work, that won't look for a job. That's what that let us know.
Or they've gone to work for a living and they no longer need food stamps. Now, those are only two possibilities. When you say you have to work to get food stamps, and 4 million people say we're off the food stamp rolls, one or two things have happened. You either really didn't need the food stamps,
right,
or you went to work and you didn't need the food stamps. And we're going to have an even more meaningful impact as more and more states implement the work requirement. It was long.
You know what they need to do? The states that will not implement the work requirements, the government should not give them money for the food stamps. We ain't giving y'all money. You're going to have to pay for the food stamps for your constituents, the people in your state who say they are hungry. You, the state, going to have to pay for it. What's wrong with that? See, right now the government gives states money for that. Y'all didn't know that? Y'all didn't know it? Your state ain't paying for that. If they are, it's a small portion. But the government will say, okay, since you don't want to implement the work requirements, then you're going to have to pay 100% of the food stamps from y'all budget, your state budget. Let's see how they act then.
Overdue. We ought to extend it to every social program in America. And I'm not talking about, and we weren't talking about taking food away from a mother with a sick child in her arms. This rule just applies to able-bodied people who aren't disabled, who aren't elderly, and who don't have kids at home.
See, that's understandable. Able-bodied person. We're not insensitive. We're not going to take food stamps away from a mother who has a sick child, knowing she can't work. But you're going to have proof, though. All you got to do is get an excuse from a doctor. Do you think a doctor's going to lie? Don't get me wrong, we got some crooked doctors out here. But I like what he said right there. And like I said, we can understand. If your child is sick all the time, your child is handicapped, no, we're not going to take money from your, money, Section 8, food stamps. We're not going to take that from you because you're going to need that. You can't work. There's no way in the hell somebody can work with a sick child, a mental child. There's no way, y'all. Unless you got a spouse, and y'all can just trade time slots. Unless you got a family member that you living with, maybe. But they're not going to even count that. They're going to look at the fact that you got a sick child, a disabled child. Your child, there's no way you got to be with your child because your child is sick. Move right along.
And all we require is that they work 20 hours a week or go to school for 20 hours a week and get job training or do community service. It's work.
It's working, he says. That's all we require is for you to work 20 hours a week. That's part-time. Or go to school. Learn a trade so you don't have to depend on the government. What's wrong with that, y'all? And if you can't do neither one of those, then you're going to have to volunteer for your food. Volunteer. What's wrong with volunteering? Oh, they don't want to do that. They don't want to do that. Well, if you don't want to volunteer, then you need to either work and get paid, or you need to go to a trade school, college, or something. They have programs out there that will that will help you pay for school, especially a trade school. The government don't want you sitting on the system forever. I'm pretty sure they have something. There's a lot of loans out there, and there's a lot of free stuff, free grants. There's stuff out there, but you refuse to look. Refuse. People getting sick of y'all. They ain't gonna take this much longer.
Okay. Mr. President, some of my colleagues in this chamber are going to try to roll it back.
Mm-hmm.
We need to fight them tooth and nail.
Yeah.
I made it. Mr. President, I'm done. Peace out.
That man is so silly. I like him, yo. I like him, y'all. Is he lying, y'all? Is he wrong? Is the government wrong for trying to get people off of government assistance? Are they wrong for trying to make people do better in life? Why the hell we gotta make y'all want to do better? Why? Why, y'all? That's something you should want to do for yourself. You should want to be better for your children. Don't you want better for your children? Don't you want to live in a better neighborhood? Don't you not want to be able to rely on food stamps, Section 8? Don't you want your kids to see you being somebody in life? Because if you notice, most successful people have successful children. Most people who are living on the government system, their children live on the government system. When they become adults, they have multiple babies just like you do because you have taught them what to do to stay on the system. Don't get me wrong. Some of them break out of the system because they don't want that for themselves. But a whole lot of them don't. A whole lot of your kids don't. They're not motivated. You're not motivating them. You think you're motivating your children and you've been sitting on the system a lifetime? Some of y'all are awful. Ooh-wee. That's why you're having problems in life. And a lot of y'all gonna pass away and you ain't gonna even have no burial insurance. Your kids gonna have GoFundMes and go send gold. People gonna have to donate to bury you. That's bad, y'all. We had to do it for a lot of our family members. We had to. All right, y'all. Go down in the comment section and tell me, is Senator Kennedy wrong? Is our government wrong for trying to push people off the system? Like he said, we ain't talking about the disabled or the seniors. Do you hear me, people with selective hearing? We're not talking about those people. We're talking about the able-bodied people. And we're not even talking about the people who lose their job and they need help for a little bit just to get on their feet. We're not talking about those people. Those people who have to get up and go because we know they're going to find a job because they don't want to live on the system. They don't want the government always in their business because when you're living on the system, the government is going to know everything about you. Same figure, they already know everything about you, but I'm not going to give them the ammunition. I'm not going to be filling out all that damn paperwork and they seeing everything I got. I got to put down everything I got. The government don't know everything about you. Not everything. Okay. All right. With all that being said, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And watch the next video coming up. Thank you.
Yeah.